Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Ken with Little Church Big Heart and another weekly Lord's Day encouragement. This morning, during my quiet time, I was thinking about something that we pastors face a great deal, and that is the hurt that often comes from the words of our people, from the implications of our people. They say things, they do things. But you know, it's interesting. Those kind of things often hurt us. People will say things about our sermons, things about the way we do ministry. I had one person one time tell me that I'm such a great pastor. It's too bad I don't have a real pastor's wife. And I don't think even realize they were insulting my wife. So, you know, it's interesting. We take offense to those kind of things. Or instead of saying take offense, because that's more of a choice, we get hurt by those sayings and those statements because we care what those people think. Now let's think about this for a second. What are our options? We could become people who don't care what anybody thinks. And I've heard people say, don't care what people say to you, just care what Christ says to you. Well, that's a way to church despotism and authoritarianism, to where I don't care what you say. God has told me as the prophet on high that this is what we're going to do, and so whatever you say doesn't matter. That's not usually a healthy way to go. So you see, we could stop caring what they say, usually stop caring what somebody says means that we don't value what they say as important, and we don't value them. But you see, that's the problem. We're called to love our people. And if you love somebody, you care what they think about you. You care if they don't return love. It hurts when they don't return love. It hurts when they say things that are hurtful to you because you love them. But you see, sometimes love means we have to put ourselves in that position to where we can be hurt. And you know, it bothered me about this several years ago, and I was thinking about this. I was like, Lord, this is why I didn't want to be a pastor, because I have to put myself into these situations where I get hurt by the things people say that you've called me to love. And he reminded me that that's exactly what he called me to do. To love them, even if it meant getting hurt by them. That hurt is part of the pastoral call. The people Jesus loved, put him on a cross and nailed him to the cross. And yes, he did care what they said, and the things they said hurt him, I'm sure. When they called him a heretic and all of those things, I'm sure those things, they pricked him, they hurt him. But he knew what he was called to do. So we pastors, we've been called to love people even when they don't love us, and to allow ourselves to be hurt when they choose to hurt us. We can't get away with it. So this idea that we can be a pastor and not be hurt by the people is impossible. You cannot shepherd sheep and not feel it when the sheep butt and bite you. It can't happen. So it's just going to have to be something that you go to the Lord with and say, Lord, I'm loving this person no matter what. Help me to love this person no matter what. I would call on you this week to love those people who hurt you, to love them even more, to act in such a way that's meant to draw them closer to Christ, and realize that they act in such a way because they have work that the Lord needs to do upon them. And maybe there's work that the Lord's doing upon you. So I'd call on you this week. Don't try to avoid the hurts. Don't try to be that person who doesn't care enough to be hurt, but instead, go ahead. Let the arrows and the slings strike you in the heart, and live with them. Take those scars, those spiritual and emotional scars, and move on serving the Lord and serving the people he called you to help, including those who hurt you. God bless. Take care. Have a wonderful Lord's Day. Enjoy your church, enjoy your family, and enjoy this time of year.